Now we need to see some of the disease which might be caused during this process. So in order to make the yarn ball, the final product from the rearing of sheep, it's very difficult process, and it will take a very long period of time. And not only that, in some cases it's very hazardous to human health. There might be a risk that while cutting the hooves from the animal body, the animal might get angry, and sometimes it might even try to attack the ones who is doing their job. And not only that, while making the hole, there's every chances that with the help of dust particle present in the hole, a person might have respiratory problems, and just like asthmas and all. So RF is a viral disease of skin transmitted to human owing to contact with infectious cells. So there's a disease called RF which is being obtained to human being if the disease is there in the animals. So in some cases the sheep might be the sheep and the goats, they might be suffering from this disease, and it is transferred to human being. That disease is known as a RF. And while washing the detergent, some chemicals might be applied, and that might be allergic to human skin. So there are very much risk in doing this job. Now next one is silk. Now silk was discovered in China 2640 BC. So it's long time back. So here they have given us a brief history of how the silk was discovered. I think they can go through it. And later on from China, it was smuggled to India, and in India also the rearing of silk, the production of silk started, and that is known as a sericulture. And nowadays China and India are the leading producers of the silk. Now what is there in the silk is very shiny and soft fiber. It remains cool in summer and warm in winter. It absorbs moisture and can be dyed easily. It is the strongest of all natural fiber. So because of this property, silk farming is done. Now usually silk is obtained from silk moth. Now we'll see its brief history. So what happens, the silk moth, it is able to produce more than 400 eggs, and within the 10 days time those eggs will be hatched into larvae, and this larva, they start eating the leaves, and after few days they will be producing the cocoon. That means they'll be now converting, they'll be in the process, they'll be in a cycle of converting into moth. So some processes is involved out there. So basically in order to become cocoon, in order to become moth, in the larva must be in cocoon form, as you can see out here, pupa inside the cocoon. So this cocoon is made with the help of the salivas that is secreted with the larva. So when the salivas they come in contact with in the air, they start forming a thread like substance, and that's how a pupa are formed. Now in India, people who does this sericulture, they usually feed the larva different type of leaves, and that's how they get variation in the silk. So if the silkworms, if the larvae are fed with mulberry leaves, the silk which they obtain is known as mulberry silk. In the same way, if the silkworm are fed with the leaves of sal, arjun and saja, the silkworm is known as tusar. And same way, if they are fed with other kinds of leaves, so that's how they'll be getting varieties of silk, and that's how we will be having more than one kind of silk produced. Now the silk production process, as is shown out here, we'll just try to see. The moth, it hatches the egg. So once the eggs they hatch, after 10 days they'll be in caterpillar form. Now this caterpillar, they start having those leaves, then after few days they'll be turning into cocoon. So that means when they turn into cocoon, people, they collect those cocoon and they put it in hot water, or sometimes even in scorching heat. they keep those cocoon. Now what usually happens after they do this, the larvae inside will die and they'll be able to collect that cocoon. So once they collect the cocoon, by the process of breeding, they are able to get the reeling. That's how they get the silk. Now this process is usually done manually, but nowadays it can also be done with the help of machines and all. Now some of the diseases related to silk. So again I would like to say that some disease related to silk production, arthritis related to arthritis of hands and finger can be common for the people who usually do this yarning process, and some because of the noise of constant machinery work, they might even damage their hearing. So with this we end the chapter, and I want the children to choose the correct option. And question number 4, answer the following. With this we end the chapter. Thank you.